Okay, good to talk, everyone. So we are going to start with recording the Mishna Yomis for Erev Shabbos Chazon, with the third and the fourth Mishnayos in the first parak of Bava Kama, sponsored by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. We'll learn also Lili Nishmas Rav Moshe ben Rav David, Shlomo ben Mordechai Dov, L'fu Shleimer for Yomis ben Chayesov, L'schus of Rabbi Yom Benish Mamalk Yehudis, and family, by Yoel Klugman and family, L'fu Shleimer for Avigdor Aya ben Rivka, and Meir ben Chayesara. The Mishnah Gimel is a very cryptic, terse Mishnah. The Mefarshim say it's because it was written by a Yerushalmi, and that is the style of Talmud Yerushalmi. Shum kesef, evaluation is made with money. That means that if, let's say, a cow slips on a cloak, Yisrael's cow slips on Dr. Black's cloak and gets damaged, while at the same time the cow eats Dr. Black's cloak or rips it. We don't say that Dr. Black takes Yisrael's cow and Yisrael takes Dr. Black's cloak, and we don't say they cancel each other out, but rather we evaluate the damage. So if the damage to Yisrael's cow is more than the damage to Dr. Black's cloak, then Dr. Black has to pay Yisrael. If the damage to Dr. Black's cloak is more than the damage to Yisrael's cow, so then Yisrael has to pay Dr. Black. You have to evaluate the money. They don't cancel each other out. V'shava kesef. Now this means that if Chatzkel damaged Yisrael, and then he died, and Yisrael comes to collect from the Yisayimim, he could only collect Shava Kesef. Shava Kesef, the Gemara tells us, means from Karka. He could only collect real estate. Real estate is Shava Kesef, and one shot in the Gemara, because it's worth any money you ask for it, because it's Einoi Na B'Karkais. There's no overcharging with Karka. But the Maskana of the Gemara means that real estate is Shava Kesef, is only equal to Kesef. It's not legal tender. Because since you can't move it around, so it's not money. Metalton, on the other hand, which could be moved around and brought somewhere, is more like money. This is only similar to money, real estate. The bottom line is, you can only collect from real estate, from the Yisayimim, and not from their movables. Metalton diyasme loy mishtabde. B'fnei Bezdin, the evaluation of the damage has to be done in front of a court of mumchim, the Rav says. Val pi edim, it has to be with the testimony of witnesses who are b'nei chorin, who are free, slaves can't give testimony, and b'nei bris, and Jewish. Vanoshim b'chlal hanezik, women are included in damages, whether they're the damaging party, they're liable, whether they get damaged, you have to pay. And the final halacha in this terse Mishnah is vanizik vamazik b'tashlum. Sometimes the nizik, the damaged, and the damager shares in the damage. That means, if let's say Shelley's ox gored Yisrael's cow, and it was worth $200, and now it's worth $100 at the time that it was gored, and then it depreciates further after death, and the carcass goes from 100 to 50, Shelley is not responsible for that further deterioration. So although the total damage is 150, but he's only responsible for the first 100 until the time of the verdict, and the nizik Yisrael has to share in the damage also in the 50 that it depreciated. Shelley is not required to make that good. Mishna Dalet tells us Chamisha Tam in the Chamisha Muadim. A Tam only pays a Chatzi Nezek. A Muad pays a Nezek Shalom. The Mishnah will tell us 5 examples of a Tam and 5 examples of a Muad. HaBehema, now the type of damage known as Keren, which is unusual, the first 2 times that the animal does it, it only pays a Chatzi Nezek. So what are considered unusual damage? HaBehema ain't a Mu'edes, it's not a Mu'ed, but rather a Tam, Loi Ligach, not to gore. Gore is considered unusual. V'loi Ligach, not to push another animal. V'loi Lishach, not to bite. V'loi Lirbites, to lie down on an animal. V'loi Livite, not to kick. So any of these 5 activities, the animal is a Tam the first 2 times and only pays a Chatzi Nezek. However, now we're going to learn the 5 that are Mu'odin, that pay right away a Nezek Shalom. Hashein Mu'edes Lechel Esaroila. An animal that eats is considered right away a Mu'ed to eat what it normally eats. So if it normally eats grain, and it eats grain, it has to pay a Nezek Shalom. Haregel Mu'edes L'Shaber B'Delech Hirlucha. An animal that's walking is a Mu'ed to break things when it steps on it. So if while it steps on it, in the course of its walking, it breaks something, it has to pay a Nezek Shalom. V'shar Amud, a shar that gores 3 times or kicks 3 times, has to pay a Nezek Shalom. V'shar Amazik B'Rishas HaNizik. And in the event that Shelley's shar wandered into Yisrael's property, since he shouldn't be there, whatever he does, he pays a Nezek Shalom the first time, because he shouldn't have been there. And va'adam, human, because adam muad la'ilam. Even if a person damages while sleeping, he's going to be chayav a Nezek Shalom. Now the following animals are considered a menace from the get-go. Hazev, a wolf, va'ari, a lion, va'dov, a bear, va'nomer, a leopard, va'bardalus. A bardalus is either a hyena or a polecat. Va'nochish, a snake, hari elam muadim. They're a muad from the get-go. Pay an Nezek Shalom right away. Rabbi Eliezer, if they were domesticated and trained, then ain't a muadin. Then they're not a muad because for them it's unusual. However, you can't domesticate a snake. Therefore, va'nochish muad la'ilam. A snake is always a muad. Ma bein tam l'muad. What's the difference between a tam and a muad? El shetam mishalim chatzi nezek. He pays only half, and also migufa. You could only collect from the body of the animal that does the damage. A muad, but if it's a muad, mishal nezek shalom, the full amount, and it comes min aliyah from the meitav, from the best of the damager's property. Okay, now we're going to pause just to go to do today's Mishna Yomis.